And we move from the 8s to the 4s. And the Wyfold Challenge Cup, and they are away. It is the crew from the Netherlands, K.A.R.Z.V. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the entirety of that name. Doop from the Netherlands, and Bedford Rowing Club on the right-hand side of your screen. And boy, these conditions are a bit of a challenge for the Wyfolds, and I know that the Wednesday with the Wyfolds is a challenge for the stewards who are umpiring as well, because it is tricky with these coxless fours, but particularly in these swirly winds and a little bit of flow in the river, trying to keep these fours straight. And we've seen some pretty interesting steering down the course today, but both of these crews, they were okay at the start, but they are coming mighty close to one another here.
Yeah, I think, like you said, Sarah, we've seen some peculiar interpretations of the lines. And you can see there the Dutch coming right across into Bedford's line. Oh, I'm not sure the umpire warning the Dutch to move back onto their station.
Wow, it looked to me, yeah, he was signalling to the Dutch, but I think both crews were probably a little bit close to the centre there. The Dutch certainly came over very aggressively towards the middle, but both crews struggling as we move up to the Forley now to see how this is starting to pan out. The Dutch have taken control. They're looking pretty calm. Their rate is down. And struggling at this point, it is Bedford Rowing Club, who are some probably 4 lengths down or so.
De Hoop obviously last competed in this event in 2017. And, I think they love the regatta. They came here and made a bit of a scene with their luminous leggings that they had on at the time, but not the weather for leggings, and certainly don't seem to need them. 4 lengths up on Bedford and enjoying their cruise down the Henley course.
Yeah, this is a big, strong crew from the Netherlands, averaging 94 kilograms. Over the Bedford crew at 77 kilograms, so there's quite a lot of weight in it. Much bigger, stronger athletes, you would think, in the crew from the Netherlands on the left-hand side of your screen. Leading very strongly as they come up here towards Remnham.
I have to say, as you can see there, the 3/4 mile mark, giving us a firm indication of what's happening on the water. It's good to see Bedford Rowing Club back out amongst the big boys in club rowing. They've had a quiet few years where Star Club, their local perennial rivals, have perhaps dominated in club rowing. Bedford here with a 4 in the Wyfold Challenge Cup. They've undergone a bit of a resurgence in the last few years, and as I say, really nice to see them with a competitive 4 that actually won senior coxless 4s at the Reading Amateur Regatta and men's coxless 4s at Peterborough Regatta. So a bit of pedigree, but as you say, Sarah, they've just come up against a better, heavier, more powerful crew in the day.
Yeah, so you don't know what you're going to get on a Wednesday at Henley, do you, Tom? I mean, we've seen, obviously, these 3 races where it's in a little bit of a procession, but on the flip side, we've seen races that have been a photo finish where almost in the photo you can't even tell who's got the lead. So it's been quite an extraordinary day of racing, but certainly one of the biggest Henleys that I've been involved with. And I mean, compared to some, I'm only a relative newcomer, but in terms of the number of entries and the number of people even attempting qualifiers last week, I mean, to get a start in this main draw was really, really tough in some of these events.
I think the Wyfold, one of the most competitive, actually. They had to slim the entire entry of the regatta, as you say. I think it was some 650 entries overall, and they almost had to slim that down by half. So to even, as you say, have a seat at the table is a fantastic achievement. But Bedford here, I don't think they're going to be coming back.
The Dutch looking very strong there as they row down the last few hundred metres of this course. Bedford still racing down to the line. Slightly different rigs on both of those 4s. We've got a conventional rig in the Bedford crew on the left-hand side, meaning that the oars go stroke side, bow side, stroke side, bow side. And on the Dutch crew here, tandem rigs, so you can see there quite clearly on the left-hand side of the boat, on the bow side, riggers, the 2 rowers in the middle are rowing on the same side. There's different theories around the boat running straighter and whatnot, but certainly it seems to be working for the Dutch here. And just looking around for the line. The Dutch crew there crossing very calmly in the Wyfold Challenge Cup, defeating Bedford Rowing Club. see the crew from the Netherlands cheering on Bedford Rowing Club for a good opening race of the regatta.